Hello, welcome. Good morning, Annie, and everybody. Morning, Isabel. Hi, Patricia. And Andrea. Morning, Chris. Oh, so good to see you all. I always find it a bit mysterious, but I can't see you, and you can't see each other. But we do seem to have, for me anyway, there's a sense of a morning meditation community here, a little sangha, and a lot of us meet together in the morning, and it just feels really nice that and very familiar somehow, even though I've not met most of you. um, your names are familiar, your greetings are familiar, and your little um, icons are familiar. I've lost the word again. Emojis. Good morning, Jenny. Good to see you too. We set in Trivandrum, we set a great store by community, by friendship, um, by us all helping each other and supporting each other. Because it's very hard if you meditate on your own, as I used to right at the beginning when I started meditating. It's a great discovery, but it's much harder to keep going in a way. And perhaps I didn't realize that until I was part of a community. And that's why our Buddhist Centre and our Sangha, our Buddhist community in York is so precious. Because we just support each other without a lot of fuss and without a lot of just friendliness, really. Good morning, Anna. Yes, yeah. Well, the whole point of this is that anybody can come and enjoy meditation and learn to meditate. So it is good, Annie, that you can just come and that's it. And in a safe way as well. You don't have to take any risks, do you? I think, because I remember when you first go to something like this, if you have to go in person, it can be a lot more demanding. You don't know what you're going to meet. Here you can just watch the video. Morning, Lynn. Yeah. Well, it encourages all of us to have a routine, doesn't it? Including me getting up early. Not one of my best habits. Okay, so we'll begin. I think it's first day back at school for a lot of people, so we may be missing some people this morning. But welcome all of you, and welcome to those people who tune in on the video. It's good to see you too. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. So we're going to do the giving and receiving practice this morning, and what I would like to talk about, actually, now that I remember, is about receiving. We're not very good sometimes at receiving. People say, "Oh, you did a really good job there," and our response can often tend to be, well, some of us anyway, "Oh, well, it was just luck," or "Oh, well, I had help from so and so," or whatever. And when we get praised, it feels a bit uncomfortable. We actually want to be praised. We want to be affirmed. But actually, when we get affirmed in a very direct way, when somebody says thank you to us, quite a few of us find it a bit uncomfortable. So one of the practices in meditation is just noticing that and opening up to whatever is occurring in the world, being receptive. And if there is praise coming, that's lovely. We should accept it with grace, because people cannot praise other people unless somebody is there to take the praise. You can't give a present if there's nobody to accept it. So learning to be receptive to things like praise is a really positive working practice. We shouldn't be embarrassed if people say, you have done a really good job, or you are a great person. Just all we have to do is say, oh, thank you. That's really nice that you should say that. So this practice, the first part of it is about receiving. And it's the same with love in a way, isn't it? We all crave love, but sometimes we feel we're not worthy, or it's difficult, or something. So the practice is just to be receptive to love. We're imagining it's coming from the universe, but it could be coming from anywhere. And if we can open our hearts and open our whole being to just take in the love that's offered, wherever it's coming from, then it's just so important. It's so beneficial for us and other people. If we can take in the love, we can give it away again. And that's what this practice is about. Okay, so let's get going. Make sure you're comfortable, as usual, lying on bed, lying in bed if you want, sitting on a cushion, on a chair, lying on the floor, whatever your chosen position. Just make sure you're comfortable for the next half hour. And just falling silent in your mind as much as you can. Noticing that you're here right now at 6 minutes past 7 on a Thursday morning. What's it feel like to be here right now? How are you emotionally? You feeling happy or sad? Irritated, disappointed, hopeful, inspired? Whatever it is, it's okay. Just being receptive to it, being receptive to the way you are this morning, emotionally. Just allowing it to be. And how are you physically? moving your awareness into your physical being, into your body, just noticing what that's like. You might be really comfortable and warm. You might be a bit achy, tight, cold. So however you are, again, just being receptive to that, not trying to change it in any way. And if there's unpleasant bits, if there's aches and pains and tightness, being receptive to that. If there's uncomfortable feelings, churning in the belly, tightness in the chest, being receptive to them, not pushing them away, not trying to ignore any pain, any discomfort, opening up to it. And it's magical. If we can really do this, then the uncomfortable bits respond and begin to moderate. So opening up, being receptive is really important in all sorts of ways. Just allowing ourselves to accept ourselves and the situation that we're in exactly as it is, without argument, without pushing away, without wanting it to be different. It's the wanting it to be different that creates suffering. We can accept things as they are, then we don't suffer the same mentally at all. And noticing the contact with the ground. Through your bottom, if you're on a chair, and your feet, through the whole of the length of your back if you're lying down, contact with whatever you're sitting or lying on, which is contact with the earth, ultimately. Being held by gravity. Being held in the arms of the earth. And finally, bringing our attention to the breath, coming and going. Just noticing the breathing in and out through the nostrils or the mouth, and being receptive to how that really feels right now. Noticing the movement of the body as we breathe. It's easier to notice it in the upper body. That expands and contracts like a bellows. But if we look carefully, we can feel the breath in the whole body. The whole body is moving with the breath. You might not be able to notice that, but have a go. The key is in relaxing completely. The more we relax, the more open we are, the more we can feel. the first stage of this practice, now we're going to start following the out-breath. So following each out-breath from the beginning to the end, and not taking too much account of the in-breath, just really being with the out-breath. Allowing the body to relax with each out-breath, just a natural letting go. We can feel as we breathe out each time, we can feel ourselves letting go of tension. Maybe letting go of anything that troubles us, just letting it be released on each out-breath. And we might imagine that we're breathing into a spaciousness. So easy to let go when we're breathing into spaciousness. Everything around us is open. There's no obstacles, nothing to get in our way. Breathing into this vast spaciousness. It's boundaryless, infinite, and it's all around us. It's above us, below us, in front and behind, and at the sides. A vastness, warm and full of compassion. And as we breathe into it, in a way we're becoming part of it. You might even be feeling that we're being absorbed into this vastness, this friendly vastness. And relaxing, always relaxing. So now we're going to follow the in-breath And we're going to breathe in from this vast spaciousness. And as we breathe in, we can tell that we're breathing in the compassion and loving kindness from this vast spaciousness. Breathing in the serenity and peace. Breathing in the loving kindness. And we're opening up to this. We're opening up to the loving kindness in this vast space, breathing it in, breathing it into our bodies, breathing it into every molecule of our being. Opening our hearts to it. And as we do this, maybe we can notice the difference it's making. Being receptive to all this love and kindness in the universe, breathing it in, softening our bodies, opening our hearts, healing all our wounds. And just noticing the benefits that we're having with this. Feeling more relaxed, feeling happier, feeling better about ourselves. Each in-breath nourishing us with love and kindness. It's always there. All we have to do is to breathe it in. So just for a moment or two, enjoying the sensation of being healed, of feeling good, of being whole, of being happy. Content with ourselves, content with the world. So know that we've helped ourselves, we're going to help others. We're going to continue breathing in the loving kindness of the universe. But now we're also going to breathe it out, to follow the in-breath, breathing it in, follow the out-breath, breathing it out, and breathing it out over people we know who need help. Maybe psychological, physical, relational, whatever it is. Breathing the love into them, giving them whatever they need. Maybe picturing them in our minds in some way as we do this, having a sense of them. Breathing the loving kindness into their hearts. Giving them everything that they need to feel better. And as we do this, we see them responding, at least in our imagination. They're feeling better. They're enjoying the love that we're giving to them. And it's healing them too. Breathing loving kindness into them, seeing them feeling better. So now we can broaden out our giving, broaden out our breath of loving kindness to the whole world, to all beings in the world, to all humans, to all animals, birds, water creatures, even insects. All these tiny creatures who are trying to live their lives just like we are. All the human beings in all the different situations. Some of them suffering terribly from physical afflictions, some suffering from mental states. Breathing the love over them, breathing it into them. Healing the wounds, lifting the spirits. And as we do this, we can notice that they're responding. All these people and animals, birds, insects, water creatures, all of them needing our love, all of them responding to it in their own way. And in our imagination, we can see that our breath of loving kindness is having an effect, and that its healing qualities are helping others. So finally, we can breathe our loving kindness over the whole of nature, particularly the bits that are struggling, the habitat loss, the climatic conditions. Breathing our loving kindness over the whole of nature, helping it to enrich itself, helping it to thrive, helping it to feel cared for. And as we do this, we can see it working. We can see the natural world responding. Everything responds to love, without exception. So all we have to do is to love. To breathe unconditional love over the whole world and all the beings in it. And if we can do that, as we have done this morning, then the world will change. This is such a radical practice. So for the last couple of minutes, just relaxing, letting go of any efforts, and noticing whatever your experience is, just being with it. Well, that's it for this morning, and I hope that was helpful to you. And I think it's really important to remember that what I said about the healing power of love. The Buddha said that hatred never ceases hatred, only love ceases hatred. So if we meet hate in our day, if we meet irritation and upset, if we can respond with loving kindness, then everything changes. It's not always easy to do, but if we can do that, then we really have an effect on the world around us. And that world around us has an effect on the world further out. So it's like ripples in a pond. If we act with love and affection for people and understanding and patience, then it just changes the world. It really can change the world. It certainly changes our world for sure. Anyway, hope that was good. And I just wanted to mention again that we've got an introduction to Buddhism course starting on Saturday mornings at the beginning of October. And if you want to know a bit more about Buddhism, meditation works even better if we pair it up with ethics and a little bit of Buddhist practice, a little bit of the Buddha's teachings. It really helps to consolidate what we do in meditation. And we've got this lovely course where Finding Peace in a Turbulent World, it's called. And we just look at the things that cause us problems and learn practical ways of dealing with them. And the course is by donation. You can pay what you want, except there is a £10 registration fee. But you can register online at yorkbuddhistcentre.org. If you go to courses and click on that, you'll find it. Okay, so thank you for joining me this morning. I'll be back next week. You've got Joe with you tomorrow, and I'll see you, Alex, on Monday, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully, all being well. Lovely to be with you, and lots of love to you, and take care. Bye for now.